And now, Mike's thoughts.
As we dive deeper and deeper and deeper into this NFL offseason, the Jacksonville Jaguars are doing a stadium renovation. It's going to cost them about $197 million to renovate their stadium right now. They're adding about 20,000 seats, plus placing it, making it pretty look sexy, right? Let's just be honest. They're making it look pretty damn good per the renderings that I've seen on the old Facebook and interwebs. But the Jacksonville Jaguars are entertaining the idea of hosting their home games at Daytona while the stadium is being renovated. Now, if you guys do not know, Daytona is the home of NASCAR. Daytona is the Super Bowl of NASCAR to start the season off in like second weekend or third weekend of February every year. It is a big deal. It's also a big racetrack. Yes, it does seat 101,000 people compared to your 60,000 currently that you have at your stadium right now. But why wouldn't you want to do it at a regular football field? University of Florida, Florida State, maybe a local high school. Local high schools would thrive off of that. Let's just be honest. A lot of the high school stadiums in Florida and Texas are better than the Jacksonville Jaguars stadium right now. It is what it is. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it is what it is. On the flip side of that coin, the Jacksonville Jaguars already play 2 games a year over in London anyways. Why not just make it 8? Why don't you just do your home games in London while the stadium is being renovated? You probably have better fan base over there. You'd fill out your stadium each and every game. Think about how much money you would make off of jersey sales and all that other stuff, right? I don't know. It just, to me, doing football at Daytona just doesn't logistically make sense, because you'd have to have the football stadium in the infield of the racetrack, right? Fans, front row seats are going to be like a half mile away. I don't know. I'm just very confused by the situation, and Jacksonville Jaguars, you guys are going to be irrelevant in a couple years anyways, so it is what it is. Get your bread now, but cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? MANHOUR Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to MANHOUR After Dark. Say that thing. Why I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that. Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, still listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches, won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
And what is up, MANHOUR Nation? Michael Buckasha here with the MANHOUR. Try to head to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page, or check out the blog section as well. New blogs dropping all the time over there. New merch. We're having a meeting, what's today? Tuesday. We're having a meeting on Thursday about some new merch dropping here. Guys, you guys are going to be very, very impressed with my man's visual art abilities here, and you guys are going to want to pick up that merch. So we will drop it to the members first. So if you are subscribed to the Facebook channel, or if you're a member over at youtube.com, you would be the first one to get a free shirt. That is right, guys. If you guys are a member or a subscriber of the MANHOUR Nation, a MANHOUR Insider, you are going to get some free merch. Up to 3 times a year, you are going to get a free t-shirt, a koozie, a hat, a hoodie, whatever I feel like giving. Bada bing, bada boom. If you are a subscriber at that point in time, I'm like, hey, what is your mailing address? Boom, couple days, bada bing, bada boom. It is there because sharing is caring at the end of the day. Guys, it is Tuesday edition of ManHourRadio.com right here, and it is Overreaction Tuesday. We got 5 statements here, and we are going to say if it's an overreaction or if it's an underreaction. Either way, you need to slow it down, baby, because we are only 85 days away-ish from NFL kickoff season. Man, it is getting tight up in her. Also, guys, tonight or this afternoon after the live show here, we are doing Frank Clark film breakdown. We are going to do Frank Clark versus the LA Rams. That's Kansas City Chiefs versus LA Rams in 2022. And we are going to specifically watch Frank Clark all game long. And we're going to break it down and see how good he actually is. That is a members only stream. So you got to be a member or a subscriber to watch some Frank Clark film. We did some Brock Purdy film breakdown yesterday. And still not impressed with Brock Purdy. He has good pocket presence. He likes to step up. He does make the big plays every now and then, but his arm strength is meh. He kind of has a noodle arm. Let's just be honest about it. But guys, we got to get into some new news to start the show. And always, it is time for that new news. New news. Arizona Cardinals have signed wide receiver Brandon Smith. Who is Brandon Smith? I have no freaking idea. So when I clicked on the link, who is Brandon Smith? He is a 6'1", 218-yard receiver. He is a 1-year experience from Lake Carmel, Mississippi. He played football in Iowa, college football in Iowa. So it looked like he was like a free agent signing for the Arizona Cardinals. Good for him. Arizona Cardinals also cut wide receiver Andrew Tate. Aiden Tate. And also, Buda Baker is present at mandatory minicamp after requesting a trade and skipping organized voluntary activities this offseason. Will Buda Baker be a Cardinal? I guess only time will tell. Carolina Panthers have cut defensive tackle Jalen Dalton. Jacksonville Jaguars outside linebacker Josh Allen is present at mandatory minicamp after skipping voluntary organized team activities, Coach Doug Peterson has said. Guys, do we care that players have skipped voluntary workouts? Yes, I understand it's a time to get with the rookies and, grow as a team, whatever, but it's voluntary. Josh Allen is a beast in this league. He'll be just fine. Defensive end Danielle Hunter plans to skip mandatory minicamp. NFL insider Tom Persardi says, we already knew that, man. New England Patriots signed defensive lineman Jason Tavia. Also signed linebacker Martia Moop, a 3rd-round pick from Sacramento State. He has officially signed his rookie deal. This is big news. The New England Patriots cut running back James Robertson. Wow. Also cut DB Tay Haynes as well. In other news, for the New England Patriots, offensive tackle Trent Brown was not at his first day of mandatory minicamp because his flight was canceled due to a hailstorm in Texas on Sunday. If you guys have not seen that hailstorm, it was like bowling ball size, grapefruit size hail from the sky. It was crazy. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have held a tryout for kicker Rodrigo Blankenship, who previously played with the Colts and Cardinals. He will work out for Tampa Bay at minicamp. This guy's weird. Let's just be honest. DeAndre Hopkins has completed a 2-day visit with the Tennessee Titans on Monday. And the visit went very, very well, but no offer has been made by the Tennessee Titans. They better jump on this real quick because I feel once he goes to Patriot Land, he will not be going anywhere else. Bill Belichick is going to welcome him in and not let him out. Let's just be totally honest about that. Because it is what it is at the end of the day. All right, guys, so that is it for the new news here, guys. We have a new thing happening over here on the chat line. If you're on facebook.com/manhour, if you put a Q, that's right, you put a Q in front of your statement/question, it'll come into my stream queue here, and I will be sure to answer that question 100% of the time. Because sometimes I see all the chat, but sometimes I don't comprehend it. If it comes into the stream queue here, you guys put a Q in front of it. Bada bing, bada boom. There's no overlooking that, right? 100%. But guys, if you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe to whatever platform you are listening to us on. We are live, raw, uncut sports talk every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. East Coast time. I might have a new co-host coming up here in a couple weeks, guys. My main man, Pat Whitaker. We'll see if we can find Pat's seat on the bus here. See if we're putting the right people on the bus. Pat, we'll see. It's time for Overreaction Tuesday, guys. We got 5 statements here, and we're going to simply overreact to it one way or the other. If it's an overreaction, we're going to be, hey, it is an overreaction. Let's just be honest. It is what it is. If it's underreaction, you know what? Water under the bridge, right? But starting out here, quarterback issues in San Francisco. Surprise, 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 right? But George Kittle says he is not worried about the quarterback issues in San Francisco. This is the 5th year in a row that there has been questions at the quarterback. He says, and I quote, "We are in a very prime position to get back to the NFC Championship game." So, guys, is it an overreaction or underreaction that George Kittle says he is not worried about the quarterback issues in San Francisco? So let's flash back to a last couple seasons with the San Francisco 49ers. Did they really, truly have quarterback issues? Now, you can say that the ownership, the leadership, the head coaching did not like the quarterback, but they did not have quarterback issues. Health issues, sure. But issues between the ears, issue on the field, issues with the arm strength, no. I am referring to Jimmy G. If you have Jimmy G on your team in San Francisco, you are almost poised, you're almost guaranteed to make the NFC Championship game if he played the full NFL season. I mean, I understand there are quarterback issues every year on every team. Whether you want to admit it or not, there is, quote, a quarterback battle in New York. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is probably the guy, but Zach Wilson is right there flapping in the wings, right? Aaron Rodgers slips up, strains that calf one more time. Zach Wilson is in, and may not ever get that job back, right? Carolina, there's a quarterback issue. There's issues there, right? They drafted a guy. Houston Texans, there's issues. They drafted a guy, right? Hell, you can even go to Seattle. There's issues, right? Arizona. Every team has quarterback issues, but guys, this is not an overreaction because George Kittle should be more worried about the quarterback issues in San Francisco. He is correct. They are very poised to get back to the NFC Championship game. When we say a team is a quarterback away, I feel like we say that a lot. We've said that about the New York Jets. We've said that about the Seahawks. Hell, we've said that about the Cowboys. Right there, like there's teams that are always a quarterback away. But those are kind of like water under the bridge. This San Francisco 49ers team is legitimately a quarterback away. They have weapons on the defensive side of the ball. They have weapons on the offensive side of the ball. They are loaded up and down the roster here. And it is just, it's almost sickening that the last 5 seasons, like George Kittle says, that they have these quarterback issues. They had Jimmy G. For whatever reason, they did not like him. Health issues, sure, whatever, right? They had Trey Lance. Say what you want about Trey Lance. We'll be breaking down film on him on Wednesday. Brock Purdy, weak arm, whatever. Sam Darnold, right? They have quarterback issues in San Francisco. And George Kittle should be worried. Even though it's water under the bridge, we've had it for five years, yada, yada, yada. It's the same old, same old. It's time to worry a little bit. It's time to worry why the San Francisco 49ers organization cannot find a franchise quarterback. You've had 5 years to do it, and you can't do it. George Kittle, you need to overreact, my man. You need to get upset. You need to be like, hey, what the hell is going on here, right? Like, I understand you're saying what you got to say, right? I get it. But at the end of the day, you have to get pissed off about something and get pissed off about this, man. Get pissed off about this. Offensive lineman Jonah Williams is officially backing off his trade request. That's right, guys. Bengals offensive lineman Jonah Williams this offseason said he wanted to be traded. He said, I am a left tackle. You did not bring Orlando Brown Jr. in here to take my job. I am out of here, right? Well, since minicamp, since OTAs, the trade request has kind of been lightened up a little bit. The trade request is I no longer want to trade. I'm happy playing right tackle, little kumbaya, right? So is it an overreaction or underreaction that Jonah Williams is taking the trade request off the table? So first things first, winning cures all. Being successful cures all. What happens for this trade request if the Bengals start the season off 0-3? Let's say OBJ, the real OBJ, Orlando Brown Jr., starts getting his ass kicked at left tackle. Let's say he's given up a couple sacks to Joe Burrow. The offense just isn't clicking, yada, yada, yada. Does Jonah Williams now bring this kumbaya, I love everybody, we love everything type of BS, right? No. I mean, granted, Orlando Brown Jr. has not given up a sack in a long time. I can't remember the last time he gave up a sack. But if he does, Jonah Williams will be like, hey, you know what? Why am I not playing left tackle? Get me out of here. So this is an overreaction simply because being at minicamp, being at OTAs, going through some drills with a helmet, no pads, no pressure, no adversity, does not instantly change your reaction or your heart, like your true heart to heart. Now, maybe the Bengals have come out and said, you know what? We're not trading you. No way, no how. If you think you are going to be a part of any other NFL team, sit down and spin. Maybe they come out and said that, and then Jonah's like, you know what? I should probably just buy my time and understand what's going on here and love everybody, right? ELE. He says, I quote, I love everybody and ready to crush it. I think he's going to have a spectacular season. I think the Bengals are going to be really, really good again this season. Unfortunately, when adversity strikes, this kumbaya, this I love everybody, everybody loves me, coachings are great, we made great decisions, is not going to be so kumbaya when adversity strikes. Once a player has requested a trade, they basically have 2 feet out the door and they gave everybody the middle finger. Now all of a sudden you're like, let me go ahead and back that middle finger back down. Let me walk my way back in here. It just doesn't work like that. Like, I feel like once you request a trade, you burn that bridge. Like, once you burn that bridge, it is very, very hard to come back from burning that bridge. Now, Jonah Williams may have not have burned the bridge. He may not have. But let's say he did. Do the other people in that room, in the offensive lineman room there, the quarterback, the coaching staff, all the players on the defense and offensive side of the ball, do they really welcome him back with open arms? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hollywood Brown has been in the news. This time for good stuff, right? He says, I quote, "I will miss D-Hop, but it is time for me to step up and be the man. Prove that I can be the number one in Arizona." Guys, overreaction, underreaction. Hollywood Brown, Marquise Brown will be the man, the number one receiver in Arizona moving forward. Obviously, I mean, he has to be the man, right? But we've seen it time and time again when Hollywood Brown has been the number one threat. Ravens. Granted, this is not a very good sample size because of the quarterback play is a lot different than in Arizona, right? They were a very run-first happy offense in Baltimore versus a very pass-happy offense in Arizona, right? Big difference. But can he be the man? Sure. Will he be the man? No. Not because he does not have the ability, not because he doesn't have like the mental capability to, not because, he doesn't want to be. I don't think Kyler Murray, coaching staff in Arizona, the receiver coach in general, doesn't want him to be the number one. Hollywood Brown is a number 2 receiver on any NFL team. Like I said, not because of his ability, because I just don't think he has that stretch the field capabilities. I don't think he has the ability to really be that guy to demand a double team and get other players better, right? The Arizona Cardinals need that true number 1 receiver. They needed a DeAndre Hopkins. They need like a DK Metcalf. Who else can really stretch the field? Big, tall receiver, right? He is a great number 2. He is a great, grungy, get those tough yards type of guy. I will give him that. He might be one of the best, if not the best, number 2 receiver in the NFL. Over the middle, hooks and drags and ins and outs and all that stuff. He is not going to push the field. He's not going to spread the field for you. When I think of a number 1 receiver, I think of a guy that I can say, run a 9 route, and bada bing, bada boom, I'm going to throw it as far as I can. Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf, Tyreek Hill, right? CeeDee Lamb. Hell, Amari Cooper. I do not see him as a number 1 receiver in the NFL. I think the Arizona Cardinals need to really address the situations on their team right now this season. This season is a complete makeover season. Many people say they're not going to win a game. I think they'll win 3 or 4, maybe five games just because of pure talent on the roster alone. Kyler Murray, James Conner. It's still an NFL team, right? They're still NFL players. They're just a bottom tier team. They need to get a number one receiver, a true number one. Hollywood Brown might be the man this season, but they're going to show why he isn't a number one receiver. Odell Beckham Jr. was a full participant in mini camps this last week and today. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh says OBJ is a full go at practice, but he will have a ramp up period. After practice, Odell Beckham Jr. says he feels great and there's little to no pain in his knee. Guys, this isn't an overreaction or underreaction that he said, Odell Beckham Jr. said that there is little to no pain in his knee. Now, obviously, I did not listen to the press conference. I simply read the snippets of it. So I don't know how the question was worded. I don't know the context of the conversation that happened. But obviously, probably a reporter said, hey, Odell, how is the knee feeling? Like, how is the pain? Yada, yada, yada. And he is going to have to address this question probably up until preseason. Now, with that being said, when you have to answer the same question over and over and over again about a double repaired ACL knee, it starts to get in your head a little bit. When you have to ask her the same question about something that may not be bothering you at all, it can be completely, you've moved past it, you've been running on it, you've been jogging on it, you've been doing this, this, and this, you're not even thinking about it, but when somebody brings it up, all of a sudden it creeps a little bit back into your head. All of a sudden that little wince that you get when you stretch, you start to freak out a little bit more. So is it an overreaction that he's talking about it? It is not an overreaction. It is not an overreaction because Odell Beckham Jr. probably wasn't thinking about it. He's been a full year and a half removed from that ACL injury. Super Bowl. He got February of 2021. He didn't play all of 2022, right? It's been a year and at least 5 or 6 months, right, since he's had that repaired. I guess 4 months. He should be good to go. But now all of a sudden, you're going to start thinking about it a little bit. You're going to start over psychoanalyzing it. This is going to be a rough 95 or 85 days for Odell Beckham Jr. Let's just be honest. He's probably not going to play a lot of preseason. He might run out some routes out there. He's not going to catch a ball. That's for damn sure. So week 1, when the Ravens open up, all eyes are going to be on that right knee. All eyes are going to be on how's he cutting? How's he doing this? How's he doing that, right? Odell Beckham Jr. is going to start psychoanalyzing it because of all the questions. Because of all the speculations. The fact that it would be 500 some odd days since he stepped foot on the field, right? But once he takes that first hit, once he catches that first ball, everything will be okay. Nothing to worry about in the end. Nothing to worry about, my man. Odell Beckham Jr. will be just fine, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages. Let's go. Whew. Last overreaction or underreaction Tuesday here. Tuesday edition of ManHourRadio.com. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. All that good stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. Lions linebacker coach Kevin Shepard says that first-round draft pick, 18th overall, Jack Campbell, is no lock to start week 1. So, guys, Jack Campbell was a beast at Iowa. I absolutely fell in love with this guy when I started doing our draft show special. I got to watch the highlights of him. I started looking at his stats, doing a little bit of this. This guy is going to be a beast. Let's just be honest. He's going to be a beast. On the flip side of that, the Lions drafted a linebacker just last season, like 5th or 6th round. Malcolm Rodriguez. If you guys didn't watch the Hard Knocks, Malcolm Rodriguez was a very, very talented linebacker. He earned himself a starting job last season. I don't understand why the Lions drafted a linebacker, to be honest. Depth, sure. You still have James Houston. Still have Alex Azanzo, how you say his name. That guy's a beast. That white dude with that long hair. Man, I freaking love him. And then you had Malcolm Rodriguez, right? Why would you want to draft Jack Campbell, to be honest with you? I mean, yes, he is a beast. Very, very good linebacker. The Detroit Lions absolutely fumbled this NFL draft. A running back and then a linebacker they really didn't need. But Jack Campbell will start week 1. Kevin Shepard can say anything he wants. Kelvin Shepard, my bad. He can say anything he wants. There are certain positions on a NFL field that you draft and players are going to be NFL ready. Linebacker is one of them. Cornerback is the other. Anything on the defensive side, there is no really learning curve, right? Wide receiver, there's really no learning curve. Offensive lineman, there's really no learning curve in the NFL. Yes, people are bigger. Yes, people are faster. Yes, people are stronger. Maybe a little bit of wrinkle here or there, but in the end, on the defensive side of the ball, you attack the ball, you wrap them up, you put them to the ground. You play man-to-man, you play cover 2, you play cover 7, whatever you want. You rush the quarterback, you go get the damn quarterback, right? Jack Campbell is going to be a beast in the NFL. Unfortunately, Malcolm Rodriguez is going to find himself on the bench, which sucks because he had a great season last season. Like, what did he have? Let's pull up his stats here real quick. 62 tackles, one sack, 1 forced fumble last season. He was actually a sixth round pick. Very, very good, to be honest with you. I don't understand why he went that low. But Jack Campbell will start week 1. Whether it's in front of Jordan Houston, whether it's in front of Malcolm Rodriguez, it's not going to be in front of the middle linebacker. That guy's just a brick shit house. Let's just be honest. You drafted Jack Campbell to be the guy. You drafted Jack Campbell to start. Kelvin Shepard, I love your little hoorah, kumbaya. Everybody's got to earn a position. Shut up. Shut up at the end of the day. Jack Campbell is there to start. Jack Campbell there is to anchor quietly a really freaking good defense. Adrian Hutchinson, Romeo, Bugs, Alzano. Jesus. CJ Garner Johnson's listed as a number 2 corner or safety corner. Yeah. Get out of here with that crap. Get out of here.